Before I begin, I have a special presentation for President Stewart, which he's not expecting. But I know he's really interested in history of Rotary, especially this year, being our 100th anniversary. And I did some research and found a copy of the Sparks, our newsletter, Rotary newsletter, Sparks from the Rotary Wheel, issued by the Rotary Club of Louisville, and the date is November 26th, 1929. And in red, it says, Rotary Club meets on Wednesday. And throughout the Sparks edition, they've got the Thanksgiving meeting will be held on Wednesday, and so on. Reminders constantly that it's not on Thursday. But what makes this edition interesting is it's the Thanksgiving edition. And in it, there are 3 articles. One by Father Charles Raffo, who was known in Louisville for the fact that he took 400 confessions weekly. And he was the first priest to be a member of our Rotary Club. And when he came into the club, he said, "Call me Charlie." And then the second article is by the Reverend Richard McCready, who was the first rector of St. Mark's Episcopal Church in 1906. And the third one is Rabbi Joseph Rao, who was rabbi of the temple. He came to Louisville in 1912. By the way, Reverend McCready left St. Mark's and became dean of Christ Church Cathedral in 1917. And I want to read just one sentence of the article that Reverend McCready wrote. He said, "No people ever had more cause for thanksgiving, nor America ever more than now. The fact that a Jewish rabbi, a Roman Catholic priest, and a Protestant clergyman unite in this message is a sufficient cause for gratitude, though, alas, we are not free in free America, even from racial and religious prejudice." Anyway, I want you to have this, Stuart. And the last one is a little article by Joe Rao. Well, here I am standing before 200 Rotarians and Kiwanians, some odd. Now that was my best line. If I don't get something from that, I'm in trouble. Anyway, I do want to thank Kenny again for his kind words and for reminding me of the proper way to pronounce my title. That's Rabbi Emeritus. You see, when I first received that title, I mispronounced it. I thought it was emeritus and that I had some sort of illness. And I expect that there may be some among us who also are emeritus and have the same feeling as I did. Oh, thanks, Kenny, I feel a lot better now. Thanks. In all seriousness, I must say what a great honor it is for me to address this joint meeting on the occasion of Thanksgiving. This meeting has always been a favorite of mine, I suppose, first because I love the Thanksgiving holiday. I think we all do. It's an American tradition, and the idea of families gathering together to express gratitude to God for our many blessings makes it very special. Abraham Lincoln put it this way, 2 simple phrases. He said, "Thanking God for fruitful fields and healthful skies." I think that's a lovely way to say it. We've all heard of fruitful fields, but I've never heard of the expression healthful skies. It's really lovely. On October 3rd, 1863, amidst a gravely divided nation, his country devastated by a terrible civil war, Lincoln issued an extraordinary proclamation calling upon the whole American people, with one heart and one voice, he said, to express gratitude to the Almighty for the richness of our bounties. Considering the situation, I think it was a remarkable proclamation, and perhaps Lincoln was hoping that the war would be moving toward a close. This happened after Gettysburg, but I still think it was remarkable to hear those words. And secondly, this meeting is very special, I feel, because our two clubs have so much in common. If you examine the themes of Kiwanis International and Rotary International across the years, you will find that they demonstrate the common traits of who we both are and what we value. Listen to just a sampling of those themes. Reaching out to others, showing that we care, acting with integrity, building for the future, leading the way with hope and faith, serving our youth, and striving for peace throughout the world. What a blessing. Reaching out, caring, building, leading, serving, especially our youth, and always, always striving for peace. Thanksgiving is a time for us to focus on the fact that we Rotarians and Kiwanians with one heart and one voice are partners. We are partners with a vision, always with a vision for a safer life and a better tomorrow. Let me tell you a story. Actually, let me tell you two stories. The first is about a preacher who felt the need to test his faith. He decided to go on a safari in deepest Africa by himself. On his first day in the jungle, he came upon a lion who was about to charge. The preacher lifted his rifle, aimed, and fired, but the gun jammed, and he panicked, and he began to run. The lion was gaining on him. He tripped and fell. So what else could he do? He began to pray. "Please, God," he said. "Please, God." And then it came to him. "Please, God," he said, "make the lion a Christian." And suddenly, miracle of miracles, the lion came screeching to a halt, reared back on his hind legs, put his two front paws together, lifted his head heavenward, and said, "Father, bless this food." Henry Mobley always told me to start with a little humor, and he was always so good at it.